Here we'll be going over the implement material and mesh function. Now this function automates the 3D Albireo pipeline and will basically take a static mesh and any number of texture maps and generate a material and rename everything so it matches naming convention and then move it into its own folder. And so the only things that need to be done for this is any texture maps you have do need to be marked with the suffix following our naming convention, such as _n for normal map. And I'm not going to go over the naming convention here because there's separate documentation for it. But it needs to at least contain an _n or an _d for whatever texture map it is in the name. The name of the static mesh doesn't matter. So if we select all of these and just go to scripted actions, implement material and mesh, you'll see that there are a few fields. First is the static mesh name, and this will just be the name of the prop. So it'll be kind of the base name that's given to everything. And so we'll just name this example crate. And then the material name is the subcategory name for the material that's going to be generated. So for here we'll just call it main. And so this will basically be combined to say like example crate main material. And then choose a base for our material. And we'll just choose the PBR base. And this is what it'll use to make an instance out of. And now place an environment folder is just a shortcut. So if you check this, instead of using the folder variable for where it's going to put the folder, it'll go to the environments, whereas here it's default to props. But we're going to let it go into the props folder. And the create new folder, if it's checked, it'll move all of these into its own folder. If it's not checked, it'll rename and create the materials, but it'll just do it in the space it's already in right here. So we want to create a new folder, so we'll have that checked, and we'll just hit OK. And you'll see that it'll have been moved to the props folder. So let's see if we can find it, and there it is, an example crate folder. And when you open it, you can see material instance, example crate main. You have the static mesh example crate with the textures applied, and all the textures have been renamed to match naming conventions, and they've all been applied on the material to the correct locations.